They sleeping, they sleeping, they sleeping, they sleeping on me. But I don't waste my time trying to prove that I'm something to see. Oh, why? The real ones they know and the ones that do not, I don't need.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sincerely Ramis. Today I'm going to share my roommate story. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Wait, first let me just say this makeup look is probably coming out Monday if you are interested in seeing it. But yeah, let me just get right into it. So freshman year, this wasn't my first roommate because I had EOF the summer before we actually started undergrad. So she was technically my first roommate, but I did have a roommate in EOF. You can hear my bunny in the background. I'm sorry, she's really loud and obnoxious. So I had this roommate. We're gonna call her Layla. Just because that's my buddy's name. So that's the only thing I could think of. We're gonna call her Layla. So Layla and I lived in the new freshman dormitories. I think anybody could live in the building. We lived in the Heights. We went to Montclair State University, if you're wondering. We lived in the Heights. So, when I first met Layla, she was really nice. She was cool. She didn't really talk much, but like, we didn't know each other, so I wasn't expecting for me and her to like click like this. Like I already had friends anyway. But yeah, so we shared a room or whatever. So in our dorm, it was our bedroom. It was the big room was like an open space, and you have your dresser, your bed, everything. We both had our own stuff. She had her own bed, her own dresser. I had my own bed, my own dresser, and our own like closet space. And then we shared our bathroom. Our bathroom was in our room, so like we didn't have to share a bathroom with the rest of the people in our dormitory hall. So it was just her and I's bathroom. So one day, so I started noticing like little things about her. Number one, she never left the room. And that was like the first thing that I was kind of like, weird. So like she never left the room. So whenever I was in the room, she was in the room. I never had like alone time. And like another thing that I didn't like was like if I had company, like if I had like somebody sleep over, she wouldn't leave, or like she would just like stare at us, like be like, she would literally be standing there like, and I'm just like, bro, why is she so weird? So some of my friends would come over and they'd be like, why is Layla just sitting there staring at us? Like she would be so weird. Like she would like, how some people, normal people would just like look at their TV, watch TV or whatever. She didn't do that. She would literally be like, for like the whole time they were there. I don't know if she was trying to make them uncomfortable, make me uncomfortable, whatever. I don't know. But then the second thing I started noticing was these were brand new dorms. Like I said, nobody has lived in there. Nothing is wrong with them. We had brand new everything. She started like leaving her clothes in the bathroom, like her dirty clothes in the bathroom. You get in the shower, you take off your clothes. She would leave them in the bathroom. So growing up, I didn't do that. I never leave my clothes in the bathroom. My mom would punch us upside our head if we left our dirty clothes in the bathroom. Like you take your dirty clothes with you in your room and you put them in your dirty clothes hamper or wherever yours is. Mine was in my, like we had our own little like closet space. It was like an open space up against the wall that it was like bars and stuff in it, and you could just hang your stuff up. So I had my dirty clothes basket in here. So I would come out the shower, like the closet spaces are like in the hallway and right. So the bathroom. So once you come into the dorm, the bathrooms to the left and to the left and the right are both closet spaces. So mine was the one to the left. So I had my stuff in the closet space. So whenever I just left the bathroom, I could just throw it in and walk to my bed or whatever, do what I needed to do. Now this girl would leave her stuff in the bathroom. So I did say something to her. I'm like, can you just take your dirty clothes with you? Because she would leave them like in a pile in the bathroom. I'm like, can you take your dirty clothes with you? Like, do you want me to get you a basket? Sorry, that's my bunny. She's like, no, it's okay. I have a little net bag, bag that my stuff can go in. So I'm like, okay, cool, great, use it. So that was the other thing that I noticed. Then like she wasn't really a messy person, but like she would do stuff like leave, and I didn't say anything about this particular thing because this was on her stuff, but it's just like, why? She would leave her cups and stuff like all over the place, not all over the place, on her like dresser and stuff like that. And although it wasn't on my personal stuff or in my personal area, like, keep your stuff clean. Like, I'm not saying like I'm the cleanest person in the world, but like, you have a roommate, like, clean that stuff out. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's a kitchen downstairs where you can wash your dishes if you need to wash your dishes. There's a sink in the bathroom you can wash your dishes. And like, why are you being trifling? So that was the other thing. So there was there were two more things that really did bother me about this girl, and it ended up after that, after that incident, I had to like be done with her. So the first thing was, I would notice that when she was on her period, she would like leave her pads like unwrapped and just throw them in the garbage can. Now the garbage can that we had, it was like it was a it's a silver garbage can, and it was like net, like it wasn't like a full garbage can. I'll probably try to insert the kind of garbage can I'm talking about, but like, oh, matter of fact, you see how like this is how our garbage can was, but it was like big, of course. So she would just like throw her pad, literally like take them off and throw them in the garbage. So I said something to her. I'm like, do they not roll their pads up and like cover them in tissue, or take the new pad wrapper and wrap the old pad in it? Like, I don't know, but listen, I never seen anything like this before in my life. So she would literally just throw her open nasty blade pads inside of the bathroom. Inside of the bathroom garbage. And then she would just flush her or she thought she flushed her tampons down the toilet. Now, I don't know if I didn't think you were supposed to flush tampons down in the toilet. So I thought you wrapped them up like you do a pad and put them in the garbage. But she was trying to flush them. So one day, I go inside the bathroom, and I go to like sit down on the toilet. So like I said, this is my toilet. I live here. I clean it. This is like our toilet together. So I probably should have wiped it down, but I did not. So I go sit down on the toilet, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like on my phone scrolling, and then like I look down like by my feet. I like notice something. Like my eye caught a glimpse of something. I look on the floor in between my legs. I'm like, yo, this nasty heifer had blood everywhere, okay? There was blood on the floor. And it was like, soon as I seen the first little dot, the very first little dot, I seen all of it. It was like blood, like splattered all over the floor. It looked like she took out her tampon and fling it around the bathroom. I'm looking, there's like, it's like all over the floor, but it's like little dots. Like you can't really, not that you can't really see it, but like, you know how like if you took a paintbrush with like hella paint on it and just like, it looked like that, but not big blobs. It looked like a small little blobs. So I'm looking, and it's like, so I'm sitting on the toilet. I see it in front of me on the floor. I look to my right, so the toilet is right next to the wall. I look to the right. There's blood splattered all on the wall. There's blood behind the toilet. Like, I got up. There's blood behind the toilet, like on like the, the back of the toilet, not the toilet seat, but the back of it, where you could open it and pull that thing if your toilet flusher doesn't work. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, ew. I'm just disgusted at this point. So I clean myself up. I pull my pants up or whatever. And I'm like, what the hell? So I call my mom. I'm like, Mom. Mind you, the girl wasn't in there. She was in class. I'm like, Mom, how do I talk to this girl? Like, you think I should say something to her? Like, she has blood everywhere. My mom's like, yeah, you should definitely say something to her, because, that's not safe. Like, you don't want to get anything from her. That's blood. You don't play with people's, bodily fluids. Like, you need to say something to her. And I'm just like, Mom, like, I'm just trying to explain to her. I sent her pictures. I'm like, Mom, there's blood everywhere. And then, like, when I had got up, because the sink is kind of, like, very close to the toilet. So when I got up, there was like blood by the sink. I'm like, what the hell was this girl in here doing? Like North Carolina, come on and raise up, take a shirt off. Like, was she doing it with her pad or her tampon? Like, why the hell was there blood everywhere? I'm just sitting here like I'm just grossed out, and my mom's like, well, you can clean it up if I'm not touching that. So I'm like, Mom, I don't really feel comfortable. Like, what do I say? Like, I didn't want to be mean, and you know how like I just didn't want it to be a confrontation because listen, you know how people get and be acting like somebody, bothering them or picking on them or whatever. I didn't want her to feel like that. So me and my mom thought it was a good idea to write her a letter. So in my letter, I don't really remember exactly what it said, but because this was like 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. So like my letter said something along the lines of, we're ladies, we should always, try to keep everything clean in here. I did notice that, there was blood all over the place in the bathroom. Can you please, number one, clean it up? Number two, not do whatever the hell you did in that bathroom again. And I told her, like, I know it was you because I'm not on my period. I'm not due for my period, and I wouldn't do that. Like, I don't know what that girl did with that pad or that tampon or with her vagina, but I needed for her to not do that again. So, I put the letter on her bed and I left. And when I got back that night, there was a note on my bed and she wasn't there. So she basically was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't notice that it like got everywhere, but don't worry, I cleaned it up." Blah blah blah. Blah. And she like told me when she cleaned it up, but she used like Clorox wipes and like Clorox wipes with bleach and some spray, some green spray stuff. So I'm thinking in my head like, okay, cool, she cleaned it up. Do you know that after that she like barely came in the room? Like I guess maybe she was like embarrassed or whatever. Like I didn't say it to like make her feel no type of way or anything like that. Like I didn't want her to think like I didn't like her or whatever. Like we're definitely not friends. We never were friends, but I mean we were cordial. Like I didn't feel no type of way about her, but other than the fact that I thought she was a little nasty. But yeah. I never like said anything to her directly that made her feel some type of way or whatever. I guess me saying something to her about her having her blood everywhere must have rubbed her the wrong way, and she decided that she didn't really want to spend a lot of time in the room, which was better for me because then I could have all like my friends over and I had her sitting there like. So it ended up like working out in my favor, but I just could not believe that this girl would have this blood everywhere like this. Like I was sitting here like I literally couldn't believe it. Like y'all had to see it. Like you just had to be there. But yeah, that's my horror story about roommates. I would never have a roommate again. I did end up after my freshman year. I ended up living in Blanton Hall, and I met one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Nadesh. We ended up. She also has a YouTube channel. I think her YouTube channel is Natty D, NADDYJ. Natty J. Yeah, what am I talking about? Her YouTube name is Natty J, NADDYJ. You could check her out. That's my old college roommate, and me and her became friends like that, like instantly. And we did everything together. I mean, she studied a lot more than I did because she's a brainiac, but we spent a lot of time together. We are still friends to this day. She's one of my best friends, and I love her. We didn't have any problems except for, me and my weird hangups, me banging my head and stuff like that. But she loves me for me. So, yeah, that's my roommate horror story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Press the thumbs up button. Comment and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you want to, you can press the share button as well. Thank you for watching.